earlier in this course, I made the point that the fantasy can be real, right? And that's what key number 16 is. It's be her fantasy. Women have childhood fantasies of love that they want to live out. We all grow up, right, in childhood, and we all have dreams, desires, and it feels amazing, especially because it's the best time of our lives, right? We're so stress-free. We have no responsibilities. We don't have anything to do. All we have time to do is chill out and dream. We have time to just play games, chill, dream, eat, sleep. That's all we do, right? Our lives are so easy and so stress-free, and we're feeling great. So encourage her to speak about the happiest times of her life so she gets lost in her positive fantasy. Like I was just saying, most of the time that's childhood, and I've seen that work so well in seduction with women. Getting a woman to talk about the positive times in her childhood, you got it in the bag pretty much, because what happens is you find out what her fantasy man is like, and you be that man, and you find out how her childhood went, and you just start clicking, who was the most positive male figure in her life? Was it her father, uncle, cousin, whatever? Who did she spend a lot of time with? What is this ideal figure that she has? Because as you're doing this, you have all these positive emotions building up because she's talking about her childhood, the happiest times of her life. And while that's happening, you're kind of figuring out what her ideal man is, and you're starting to be that man. So all these positive emotions and all these memories that are coming up in her head, she's going to just start translating them onto you, especially if you're seducing her. You're being charming with her, and she's feeling good already. She's thinking about her ideal lover, and you're right there starting to be that. So like I said, you pretty much have it in the bag. And treat her how she always dreamed of being treated. How did she grow up? What was making her the most happy? Do that to her. Women love that. It's really a fantasy. They love it. They love it when you could just say, I'm willing to get lost in this fantasy. Why don't you join me? It's kind of like that. It's like, I'm so lost in this moment. That's what I'm saying before about being attentive and being in the zone on it, because you want to get lost in the fantasy in order for her to lose herself in it as well. So once again, she's lost in the positive emotions and thoughts of her fantasy. She will begin to live it all out through you, because what else is she going to do? You think she's going to suppress all these positive emotions she's feeling? No, she wants to feel those, and she's so glad that you're the one that's bringing them out of her. Like I said, in a generation where all this emphasis is placed on everything superficial, guys, I don't even know what other guys are talking to women about a lot. But if they're just focused on superficial things and things that society's telling us that we should like, it's like, that's what gets boring. Who's doing this? Of course people are, but I mean, this is what you want to be. This is the type you want to be right here. You want to be getting these positive emotions from her past, filling up, because that's how you find out what her ideal lover is. She starts picturing it, and she starts just placing it onto you. You start being that charming person, because at the end of the day, that's most likely what her ideal lover is. It's a guy with power, with confidence, that she just wanted him to take her under his arms. And so the next point is, she will become addicted to this rush of positive emotions and feel like she needs you. So that's another point almost in of itself. I didn't put it in here, but making her feel like she needs you, because you just set all these positive emotions off in her. You're making her feel great about her past or her life and everything, right? You're being charming, and it's almost like you're her drug, because you just gave her this rush of great vibes and emotions. It's like you're her drug. You just got her high on these positive vibes and emotions, and she feels like she needs you now to get this feeling, or not just again. She's not thinking about the next time, but she's just like, give me more, give me more. She feels like she needs you now. You literally, like, I can't put that point on it enough. You literally just became her drug, her natural a drug that she's addicted to, just because you gave her these positive emotions that she hasn't felt in I don't know how long or whatever. You're making her feel good about it. So not only is she talking about times when she was most happy, she's happy with you now because you're being so charming with her and seductive with her. So it's an amazing feeling for her, and she's lost in her fantasy, and you're lost in her beauty and everything like that, and everything just seems to be, she's losing sight of what's real and what's fake. Honestly, it's really almost a perfect fantasy for her, right? So encourage her to play the role in a love movie. So like I said, you're just kind of giving off this impression like, I'm in this fantasy, I'm willing to live my life like a movie tonight with you. Why don't you join me, kind of thing. Yeah, she definitely will, because women, I'm telling you, They really want that kind of stuff in a generation where everything is just focused on all the superficial and all the fake and all the everything like that. They want something real. They want to live. That's the best. When do you have the best times? When you hang out with people that want to take you away from your phone type thing, right? I've seen people say that. It's like a big thing. I love chilling with people that make me forget to check my phone. I've seen a bunch of people say that. I've heard it in person, seen it on social media, and it's like, it makes sense though. That's true. And when you want to be away from your phone, that's when you're so caught up in the moment. You're having such a great time. And that's the kind of thing that you want to give to a woman. You want to make her forget to check her phone. All the noise, she could be the most beautiful woman ever, right? And you see all these women on Instagram and they have all these followers and these guys trying to get them, right? But imagine if you had her in that moment with you, in that date or whatever, and she's forgetting to look at all of that. She's only focused on you. She's ignoring all that other noise. Thousands of followers that are trying to get at her, and you're the one that's taking her away from all that. That's what she loves. That's what she wants. All that other stuff, it's not making her happy. I mean, I've seen women, we see it all the time. You can have so many followers and it's like they still feel lonely because it's just all based on the superficial and it's not based on who she is, what her past is, everything that you're helping bring up and all the positive emotions you're giving her. It's just, she doesn't know what that's like. It's like something new for her, and that's what's very seductive. So yeah, be her fantasy. Get lost in that fantasy with her. Let her live out that role and be the role of the male, and let her live her fantasy, her ideal fantasy of a princess or whatever. Like I said, at that point, she's really confused on what's real and what's fake. So get her confused with what's real and what's fantasy. It's seeming too good to be true. It's just seeming amazing. And that's where you want to be. And the example is, if she's a big Disney fan, be her Prince Charming. This is what I see all the time with women. A lot of them are big Disney fans, right? Disney's so huge and they're good with the romance. They get children in young and they get them addicted. They get them hooked, right? And women have this, it's so easy because the blueprint is laid out for us. They want a Prince Charming. That's all they want. And it's, I like being that. It's fun. It's cool to get lost in that fantasy because you get to be this macho prince and your girl, the one that you're very attracted to and having this conversation with, gets to be a princess. I mean, it's just perfect for both of you guys and everything just flows perfectly when you lost in that moment and everything feels just super real. Not, like I said, getting her lost in what's real and what's fake. Not fake like what I was talking about, the superficial fake and all that, but fake as in, am I dreaming right now? Because it's so amazing, right? And I know some people probably still thinking, BS, sounds too good to be true. But then other people, I hope you guys are thinking, this sounds amazing, I could really do this, because it does happen. And like I said, you see it in movies, and when you look at movies, you can't take things like things that happen in action movies as real, right? Or a bunch of the miracles that happen in movies to settle the plot and the adversity. But I mean, when you see these conversations between men and women and them getting lost in these romance novels and fantasies, that stuff can be real. It is. That's what women want. But like I said, this society has placed so much emphasis on other things, and it just has corrupted beliefs between everyone out there. So women want to get lost in this real fantasy. Be her ideal lover for her, and yeah, let her live her fantasy through you, and you will see huge success. And like I said, while doing that, you get to play out a role yourself. You get to be the Prince Charming or whatever, and sounds pretty good to me. I don't know about you, but that's point number 16. Be your fantasy. This is huge too. Like I said, it's big because this really is what gets you very attracted to her. Like I kept saying, you have it in the bag with this one, because you almost really do, because you're making her feel good about her whole life pretty much, and you're making her feel good about her past, which is great, because a lot of people tend to get stuck in their past and they want to relive the best times of their life. So you're helping her relive that in the present moment. So not only is she feeling good about her past, but also her right now is great. She's not just sitting there reminiscing on good times. She's kind of reminiscing on good times, but at the same time, it's like she's not reminiscing. She's living it out right now in this moment. How awesome is that? How much, how often do we want to relive things or live things that we dreamed of and never done? That's what you're giving to her, and that's what you get to do yourself as well. So take this, study it. Like I said, this one's huge, and I hope you guys are excited. I got excited just talking about it because I was thinking about times when it's awesome when you can really make that connection with the woman, and it's just great. I want to get out and do it again almost now. Be her fantasy. That's a big thing. And let's get into point number 17. My fault for rambling, guys. You know, like I said, I just love talking about this topic. It's just awesome. So I hope you guys are feeling good too about this. And let's get into number 17.